Daybreak Obituaries now brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations. Since 1975, it's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. In obituary news this morning, Mr. Bernie Wesson died at his residence on Saturday night. Curtis & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Mr. Donald Woodard died at his residence in Talladega on Saturday afternoon. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Jaylee Worley, age 12, of Sylacauga. That visitation will be Wednesday evening from 5 till 8 at Curtis & Son North, with a funeral service on Thursday at the North Chapel of Curtis & Son at 1 o'clock, with burial in the Fayetteville Methodist Church Cemetery. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing that service. Private funeral service, graveside for Sandra Butts of Childersburg will be held at Green Hill Cemetery. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Funeral arrangements are incomplete, but they will be announced by Curtis & Son Funeral Home for Stephanie Bryant. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. And Andrea Robinson died at Coosa Valley Medical Center on Sunday. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Homegoing celebration remembering the life of Miss Latasha Bishop, age 22, of Talladega, is today at noon from Talladega Memorial Gardens, with Pastor Clarence Henderson officiating. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home, Crematory, Talladega, directing. Fig Farrell died September the 22nd at his residence in Alpine at the age of 54. The Family and Ladies Ministry of Trinity Lighthouse Church will host a memorial service at 6750 Renfro Road on October the 2nd from noon until 2. In lieu of flowers, the family asked that donation be made to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Fig's honor. Homegoing celebration remembering the life of Ms. Arlisha Whitson, age 55, of Talladega, is Tuesday, September 28th at 2 p.m. from S.M. Goodson Funeral Home Chapel, with Pastor Deborah George officiating. Interment in the Kelly Springs Memorial Gardens in Talladega. Public viewing for Ms. Whitson is today from 2 until 7 o'clock at the funeral home. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory in Talladega in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning, courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361. That's 256-245-4361. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.